Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Finally, I'm recording one. And this video is going to be a little bit different. I've been playing comp recently, and that's been taking time out of me being able to stream. So I'm just gonna instead show you some scrims, tell you the thought process, stuff going on, decisions we made, and yeah. So the scrim I'm gonna go over today, we played 5 sets versus a team called Clutch or Cope. They placed second in the last qualifier for Fear Esports Championship, so they're a good team. They beat a lot of good teams to qual, and let's get into it. So starting off on Gym Grab, we had first pick, they had first pick, and we decided to give them Gust and then just go for like a Hank B, because the B can beat Gust in lane most of the time, and then Hank's just really annoying on this map. And they decided to go Griff Kinji, which is really weird. Because Griff Kinji doesn't really... Also, beautiful Chester gameplay. But Griff Kinji doesn't really make sense. Because the Kinji kind of doesn't get value with wall breaks. Especially if he gets shut down like he is now. I walk up here trying to make space. Because we kill the Kinji and it's now a 2v2. It's a good trade. We do leave the Griff to get a gadget, which does kind of suck. But I get back in time, but we don't necessarily lose. And we do... I think trade the Kinji. Yeah, we do trade the Kinji. I do feed a lot, and I do give him hyper, which is scary. So we have to position here where if the B dies, the Chester can get gems without getting caught. So I'm gonna walk up here and try and force the hyper early so they can't use it in countdown, because we just lose if they use it in countdown. So go for it. Does kill our B. And does kill me, but we do get to funnel gems into Chester, which is good. Another thing I want to preface is that this is not my comp team. I'm a stand-in for now. I don't know if I'll play with Juve. But also, our third is not... He's in Europe for a week. So I just got Joey to play until he comes back. As that, we use Chester Hyper. We do end up getting 10. He gets caught, and that's going to be the game. I don't think... they might get a reset. I forgot, but it doesn't matter. We'll end up playing the game. So I'll see you and the next one. I headed in the second game. We decide not to switch lanes and try and force the Kinji on Hank to see how that matchup goes and if anything changes. And they do go for the swap. We didn't tell them to swap. We just kind of guessed that they were going to swap lanes. We end up losing early. But we do end up killing the... Kinji. I think we get a charge shot on him, and I pop the shield. I just tap him up. Okay. And we get the B hits with the gadget. The Griff does end up getting... He does end up just getting kind of left in this no man's land. He can't really push in because he's just going to get blown up by the Chester. And then I just live here and they can't kill me. Gus Kinji does not have enough damage even with shield to kill me. So as long as I just sit here, I can just get so much value. Even if I do end up dying, they just can't do anything. I kill the Gus here and force the Kinji to run back. And then look at the Griff. The Griff, it just dies, wastes his super, and this game's just over. We had a pretty good outdraft because their 4-5 was really bad. I don't know how to play this map too well because I'm not like a fiend for this map. But I know wall break Kinji is not a good idea. I think if I was them, I think they honestly take... If they take Chester, and because we 6-pick Chester, there's nothing they can do. And that's going to be the game. Let's head into the second set. Alright, headed into the second set, which is pit stop. We got completely outdrafted. This game was not close. This outdraft was very bad. There's not much we could do here. We do get the Lumi slow, which does allow us to get position, but let's talk about why this matchup's so bad. The Buzz can shut down all 3 of us because we don't have burst damage, except me on Bull, which is good here. But the problem is, if I die, and they can force lanes better than we can force lanes, we just suck. And then they also, over a prolonged game, they do better, even though we can one-shot the save very fast. Because if they get a defense and the Barry gets onto our save, that's like 25% just gone, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we do end up trading on Hank, but I do manage to get on save. I do super, I think I go for the Barry. I get damage on the Barry and then 7%, which is okay. So we're up for now. But now talking about the draft, I don't think I talked about it. They decided to Oh no, we decided to take Lumi first pick. And we banned a lot of good defense brawlers besides Buzz, because we low-key forgot about Buzz. And I think Barry would have been a better first pick, which they ended up taking second alongside of Buzz. So we just kind of had to hope a defense tank, even though it's a bad matchup, can win, because it's okay against Barry. And then we go Buzz, or we go Bull as well to try and get burst damage. So maybe I can skill gap the matchup, which honestly is fair. And then they last pick Nita, which doesn't provide the best results for us. It's very bad. Nita counters two of us pretty hard. And we kind of need a Lumi to push up, which the Bear just doesn't allow us to do. So they have a complete outdraft. I do end up getting a nice super, which does kill the Barry. And then Joey gets a pretty sad stun from Buzz. I just have to walk up here. I do get super, which is very good. I do end up going down here, I think. No, I don't. But, again, we're down. We have to somehow push up. And this Bear's just going to get a gadget, which is like 20-ish%. So now we do end up getting position, but I do not have super. I need a super here to really win this game. And I can't get it. I'm still going to get supers, and then Joey isn't always getting safe damage because this Buzz is just on Joey the whole time. If either I can get supers consistently into the Nita or the Barry, I can get safe damage. Or I can't get safe damage if I can't get supers in them. But if Joey's into the Buzz, we lose. So we need to do it. We need to make a huge, we need to change how we play to end up doing anything in this set. It is close, though. We honestly probably win this if the shield doesn't exist. But it's really hard with that draft. So I'll see you in the next game. Probably into the second game, we decided to go for like a all or nothing strat where we're just going to run down the right side. And then we kind of get a read with Buzz being the only one there. So essentially, look at this. We get to run up with our 2 damage dealers for free, and they can leave, what, a barrier or a Nita, which is not going to win at all, and they're not going to win with damage. They honestly lose if they go push. So they have to run defense, which leads me to just get a ton of free damage, and I get a ton of supercharge off the Buzz, which is just really good. I'm just going to run in here and die, but look, we got 43% in one push, and that's honestly game winning at that point. I think we could just win at this point, because we just play defense. And our defense actually isn't bad. It's just we can't really push into them. I do manage to force the Nita hyper, which is good. And then Joey does force the Buzz super, which I think we still die here. But I'm pressuring a lot by just being here. And it makes them double take if they want to push, which they do double take. We do force the Buzz gadget, which is good. And the Bear is just left in no man's land, and I'm just on save, getting a ton of damage. I am just going to suicide this. Because I get... They're not at 35. We trade about 20% each, but they're almost one stage. They're almost on their last stage of the safe, and this game is just impossible. They don't have the burst damage to win, especially if their Nita keeps using supers on defense. I think the Nita needs to try and force safe more instead of trying to play defense, because they have the best defense brawler in the game. They have Buzz. Buzz is more than enough to defend. All they need is this Nita to just get supers on the safe. Then he's going to hyper on Joey. He does get the kill. But Jufier does kind of ego him, gets the kill, and then I get this kill for free. I also use the Bear to get my super, which allows me, I think, kills Buzz. Yeah, I do kill him. I don't kill him, but I get super, which is fine. Because I can just do a ton of stuff. I think it's either this game or next game, Joey calls out to, break the walls around the left side. Because then he just, wins for free. That's one mistake I made, but I think if I make that, we just insta-win. I almost killed the Barry. I do get stunned, but they're on their last stage. We get a kill, and this game's over. I don't need to show the rest. They're not getting 65% with that comp. So I'll see you in the next game. So final round of this set. Going into it, we do a kind of similar strat where we decide to run 2-up. This is a pretty good read. I'm just going to go in here and die. I get basically a super off that. And they still have only a barrier on our Lumi, which is amazing. And for context, the reason we chose these maps is because we're playing in a league tournament. And then we have to play 2 teams, including Crow's Nest Esports, which is a really good team. They got I think top 18 or something last monthly quals. And these are the maps we're playing. So that's the context of why we're playing these maps. Heading to the map, this is a really good start for them because we get hella damage. And there you go, I go for the break. I do get the dodge as well. And I use hyper to get speed boost, so I'm on safe. That's 20% right there. I get a stage. They're not going to get, they do so much less damage. And I'm just going to run back in. And I do die trying to super. If I get on save, I think we just win the game guaranteed there. But now this is a pretty scary defense because they're going to, I think, go up here. No, they barely don't. I love the high exchange. I'm just going to let him get the kill. I do get hit once here, which is bad, but I don't think it feeds a super. No. This is decent for us because we're going to use Hank Hyper to walk up here, get a ton of damage. If this Buzz dies, we get a ton of damage because either they both have to go for me or they both have to go for Joey, and they can't stop both. So the bear decides to use his Hyper to kill Joey and goes for Gadget, I think. Goes for Gadget, but remember, that's just a time. That's just a time bomb. Remember, I just a ton of damage. I go for the stun just to get more damage. Whatever. I think we actually go perfectly even because of shields or something. Yeah, we're perfectly even. Hank uses super. Bear gets rooted. Nita dies. We just burn this bear. And look at me. There's nothing they can do to stop me if I push up. And if I get a kill here, I just get a free opening to win the game. I go for the Buzz. I kill him, get double hit. And then I just go for that. And there's no counterplay. I do that. Beautiful set of dashes there. We do get hit, but it's not enough because our Lumi gets one-hitted, like her main attack, which is just like 10% or something. It's ridiculous. And we're still winning this, so all you gotta do is just make a play. I'm running up. I go for that. He misses, which that's a terrible. If he just like instead hits that, he might win actually. But using my Hyper, I just kind of run through. He gets his Hyper, panics. I get a ton of damage. And then their barrier doesn't have enough time. They don't have enough time to get damage. That's the game. Let's move on to set 3. Moving on to set 3, this is definitely our worst game. Spoiler alert, we lose this game pretty badly. Because we kind of forgot about Kaze. Kaze just touches our comp, and somehow my Bell is not on shield gear. I don't know how. This is like a curse or something. Every time I play this map, my Bell doesn't have shield gear. It's not even like they don't play shield. It's just the shield gear disappears. We end up trading that Kaze, which does win us currently. But this Kaze is very infuriating to fight because she's on invisibility, which is actually broken in Bounty. Because they bug fix it to where you just like are invisible for so long. I think we get the spy check on the Kaze because like she's awfully quiet. She gets it every 12 seconds-ish. So we get the spy check. And our goal here is just don't die to the Kaze. I think we can win neutral until that, but it's scary when the Kaze is just like, we don't know where the Kaze is. Goes for the gadget again. Joey gets caught, unfortunately. We get the stun. I try to go for the shield, but he just doesn't walk away in time. And then I think I just die here trying to go for the kill. I just take way too much damage. I took insanely high damage there for no reason. But this is still winnable. We have Bowmark. We honestly can push up here. This is like a really easy way to push up. I get tapped there. But the Kaze just kind of runs around. And this isn't the worst position. We have Hyper, which is nice on our Bell. And I think I'm very close to Gus Hyper. I don't think I get this game. I'm lying. Because, yeah, Lumi misses receiver, that's a kill. All we need is we need to kill one of them to win. Actually, no, we can't kill Kaze, but I don't think we kill. Yeah, we waste our Hyper. She runs back up. We have to kill Squeak. And then we decide to push up. I think we use the offensive wall. Yeah, offensive wall. We burn the Kaze. We need one kill. We're kind of looking for it. I shield him for the damages. We get the kill. We get the wall, but unfortunately, invincibility shield screws us over, and we lose the game. Moving into the second game here, this one just is this might be the worst game I played all day, all week maybe. Yeah, I did really bad this game. I'm not gonna lie. The Kaze just kind of screws me over. I'm not good at any of these brawlers. I'd say Gus is my best bet, but I'd be on shield gear, so I think we honestly win. As you can tell, I'm mad about the shield gear. We honestly win that. Yeah, I died to the Kaze. She gets the bullshit super. Wah, cope, Kaze's broken, whatever. I should have known that. The Kaze goes invis here. Doesn't end up killing Joey, but we do a trade back, so it's only one kill. And one thing I do want to preface here is actually, this is the importance of shield gear. Joey lives this. Joey lives that on shield gear, by the way. Because Joey would live that on 100 HP, and we probably win the game off that interaction. Because Joey's not on shield gear, we end up dying there. So the Kaze goes invis again. We do get caught, but Kaze has Hyper. This Kaze loves the ninja form. You can guess what she's going to do to win the game. I don't need to talk about what happens. We get stuck in neutral jail for 30 seconds. And then the Kazi of Doom, Death, and Destruction arrives. And at this point, the game's over. There's nothing we can do. There's even enough kills to get. Yeah, we can get. We win if we team wipe. We're not gonna look at our comp. We're not team wiping. This game's over. Let's move into the next match. Headed into the fourth set here. Oh, we didn't decide to go for a wall break comp because they go Lumi or we go Jaeyoung and they go Squeak Lumi. So essentially, they think we're gonna play like a close range tank comp, but honestly, we just go Brock because they go two pretty short range characters in general for this map. And even if we lose positioning, as time goes on, we start winning this game. But my Brock, yeah. So Juve thought he had a rocket number 4, but he did not have a rocket number 4. That's still a terrible play to make because it still dies both ways, and we need him alive because we need to get wall breaks. So the longer he's alive, even if he's feeding supers, if we get wall breaks, we're winning this game. So we end up just getting kind of stuck here. I try and save, I try and get a kill, but we can't. I think, yeah, we just lose a round off that. So I speed us up. Now we go for the break up there, and this is pretty good because the Lumi can't do shit. The Squeak really struggles to do anything after a gadget, which he didn't hit many gadgets. And I'm just going to walk up here. I do almost kill him, but they use so much healing. And this gives us a really good opening. I think the plan here is we're going to speed on Jean. And then we're just like get a grab here if I think I remember correctly. We just like speed up here and grab someone. I don't fully remember. Yeah, we use Jean Gadget to pressure. We just want to use small things like Jean Gadgets or like, yeah, we get the pull with the speed. And I use my healing to save Joey. Pretty good play from me. Kind of a good Jaeyoung player. But yeah, the goal is we want to pressure the Byron to use like a heal, like a shot just to heal. Because he's the only person that can beat us like in a duel. Because the Squeak and Lumi's range are not good enough to the point it does not matter what we do. If we use Jean or if we can just make the Byron not do anything with like a Jean gadget or like a Brock gadget or like just hitting someone, it's over. I'm gonna run that back because I was talking about just, you know, strategy. Our goal is just we're gonna speed Joey the shit up. They're not ready for it. We get a pull, and that's just the game. That's just game. There's no physical way we lose this if we play smart. I actually run this down, but I think I live. Yeah, I live. I thought I died because I forgot about the first hit, but we end up living. Kind of a greedy play for me, but we have Gene pull. It's over. I'll see you in the next one. So hopping into the second round of this set, this one, I think we have a better start. We get the better wall. Do we go for the better wall break? We do, because the Squeak can't really do shit. To get his damage out, it takes a lot of time, unlike Lumi. So we can let the Squeak like exist there for a bit. The Lumi, no. We can't let the Lumi do anything. We cannot give Lumi any positioning, because then if she can cancel out our range, it's over. So I walk up here, I go for the trade, we get it. Perfect. We're up one. We're up one. And our goal now is just stall this game out for as long as humanly possible. Because we want to get as many wall breaks. So we just literally can't lose. We can't lose if we get wall breaks. Like I said. Perfect. And we're just going to stall this one out. I think he just runs in the gas. Let's move. Next round. Pretty good round here. Actually, I think we lose this round. How do we lose this round? I remember we lose this round. How do we throw it? I think Joey runs in for a pull and then whiffs and then dies anyway. So it wouldn't matter if he hit it. Let me move it down. We do get kind of held back here, but like, if they use something, we just win. Yeah, Jude's gonna go for the Squeak. So this, yeah, okay. Yeah, what happens here? What does Joey do? He gets his pull. Oh, he gets hit by the long Squeak mixed with the... Yeah, he gets hit by everything all at once. I think if I was caught like him, I think I would have tried to kite left to try and dodge a shot. But this round's over. We're just going to try and AFK it. There's no point. We don't win it. Final round here. This is still match point for us, so this is very important. And if this was a competitive set, this is actually match point for us. If we win this map, we win, but we play all 5 maps anyway. We do end up getting held back, but remember, Joey has pull. And We call him the Yonkler. We don't call him the Yonkler, but he's really good with gene pulls. So I think I speed him here. Do I speed him? Yeah, I shoot him a speed boost. They use Lumi. Oh yeah, I just got sniped there on Lumi. I do trade, but it's fine because we have the gene pull, and it's a 1v2 versus Squeak. It is close. We almost throw this actually. I think yeah. Joey almost dies, but it's just impossible. You're not winning a 1v. If the enemy team plays right, you're never winning a 1v2. We just position right. We take as little damage as possible. Our Brock has hyper. Just spams him out with hyper. There we go. That's the game. And we hit another yoink. Yoink. Let's move on to the final set. So heading into the final map here, it's pretty confusing. I don't know which team really wins this draft because both teams kind of have one lackluster pick and then two really good picks. So we decided we go Lumi first because Lumi's really good, and then they go Squeak Willow, which is really confusing. And we're like, how do we beat Squeak Willow? Because we don't really want to go something too aggressive into it. We want something that can counterplay. And Hank's banned, so we can't go Hank. So what we decided to do is we go Shade and then Willow. So Willow can, like, annoy the Squeak. And then we also can win lane against Willow. It's possible to win lane. And they go Lily last, which is honestly really good. And she's on Speed Lily, which is even more annoying. I end up dying here. I get caught out. But yeah, Juve dies too. This is very bad. I think we try to save this. I think, yeah, if Joey goes for Super Shot there, I think we win that. Maybe if he hits a recall. But it's scary. This game goes by pretty fast, I think. Yeah, it's almost over. So they end up using everything on the Juju pet. And then we miss our super. But we do get the kill, so it's fine. Because the Lily hypers. This is really good. I think we end up trading because Juice on the wrong star power. Why is he on the wrong star power? No one knows. Yeah, I end up trading. I think he might go for a hero play here. He goes for the hero play, but he doesn't know the shade tech. Ends up dying to the Lily. Yeah. I have to defend this ball. Spoiler alert, I can't do it. So we end up losing. But let's move on to the next set. So headed into the second round here. We need to play something differently. So I think we swap our lanes up a little bit. Or we eventually do. But yeah, this Willow just hard outranges that Lumi. Willow's really good against Lumi. I think you need to force it. But then the problem is that if a brawler like Barley's over him, which we banned Barley, which honestly was a bad call from us. I think if you're first pick, you'd never need to ban Barley. Unless you really want a Hank Cop and you're scared they might go like Barley. But I think you have bigger fish to fry at that point, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a very bad play from the Lily. Our Shade just kind of farms here. My goal here is just be annoying. I think I'm going to land directly on top of this Lily. No. Yeah, she walks into a slow and a Lumi gadget. It's over. That's bad. I think we don't goal it. We do goal this. We do the goal this. Pretty good goal. We're up. I think we're all very close to supers, and they only have a Squeak super, which isn't that impactful here. I think they're just playing Squeak for the control, but they have a Willow already. I think they don't. If they don't go Squeak here, I think they just win this game. Yeah, I just snatched that kill. And even though I do get hit, my goal here is just spam out, just be annoying, threaten to kill as many people as possible. Like, yeah, just walk up here, dead, throw the Juju pet. I think we do kind of just toss the ball around here. Yeah, we do. But we get up. This is unlosable. You can't lose this. We get the limit hit. It's round 3. This game looks wraps, honestly. So headed into the final round here. I think we're going to swap lanes. Maybe no, we don't swap lanes. I don't know why I think if I go on Willow, we just can't lose. Because, like, yeah, Squeak sucks for me, but she can win it. Yeah. Okay, very unlucky from me, by the way. I did not think she'd go exactly on top of me. I think I just called it out. I don't know. I think I just called it out. Got unlucky. What can I do? So here we go. Juve runs around, does devious things, dies, but I think he gets a reset, which is nice. We get double hit, though. This is really bad, but I think, yeah, I save it with 2 Hail Marys. But I think we made a mistake. I think if our Shader runs up, he might have been able to intercept the ball. I think he could have. I don't know if he would have, but I think he probably should have won that. This is pretty bad, but the Lily misses super. I think, yeah, Juve's going to try and pass the ball up, just kind of make things happen. Kill the Squeak. This is really good. This is really good. We have 2 people. We're low, but The Shade honestly might be able to run this in soon. Does he go for it? I think he's going to super here. What can they really do about this? Not much. But he does end up dying, but they can't do anything off of this. That kill doesn't get them anything. They have Willow Hyper, but like, what value do you get from it? So as long as we just get like as long as the Lily Hyper just doesn't hit the Shade, I think we win this game. Because if we take out the Shade, it's low-key bad. Yeah, she hits the Lumi. We end up making them have to wait too long. I dropped the Skrunkly, and what the Skrunkly does is that's what Skrunkly is, the Juju pet. That's what me and my friends call it for no reason. Just had to clarify. So going back, because the pet, we just again they panic too hard. We get it back for free. The root with the Juju damage, kill the Lily. 2v2 and we're up. So as basically when our Shade gets super, we win this game. We have 40 seconds to make a play. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna try and set up our Shade to win. The Willow kind of hypers nothing. It's like no shots. Does hit our Lumi, but we just kind of get a kill on the Lily and the Squeak. And the Willow looks stupid. So it's 1-1 going into OT. And looking at the comms, I think we win. Because the Squeak's not on range. Me and Willow have similar range. And the Lily just kind of does error. So I unfortunately do get caught out going for a sneaky gadget. And then we try to go for a hero play here, but we don't get it, unfortunately. If he had a super, I think he might have got that. But it isn't too over because the Lily goes invis, which is perfectly fine. Also, I do dodge the Willow super. If I get hit by this, we lose the game. This is very clutch from me on the Juju. Look at this dodge. Beautiful. Beautiful dodge. So I shoot it down in the corner so they have to walk longer. And I put Skrunkly down. Like, what can they do against the pet? They have to waste like 5-6 shots to kill it. Very bad. So we get a ton of space off that. And then Juve threatens this goal. Does he get it? They pass it to each other, but he ends up snatching in the end. And that's going to be the scrim. We ended up winning it 4-1 if you count, but scrims are more about just winning. You know, you want to find out strategies that work, how to play maps. If something goes wrong, you need to know how you lost and how to get better. So, just because we won 4-1 doesn't mean we played perfect. We didn't, of course. But that's going to be the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Join the Discord. It'll be in the description. Big event happening soon. I cannot wait to announce it. You guys will be able to participate in it, and it'll be pretty big. It'll be something on my scale I've never done before. It's not that big, but hopefully it'll be big. It'll be a fun event, I hope. I need to finalize the information before we do it though. So anyway, I'll see you guys. Have a good day. Deuces.